For you confirmed chocoholics, we've got a surprise for you today. Your favorite treat doesn't necessarily come in powdered form or in little foil-wrapped bars or in very expensive assortments from European chocolatiers. There's another way you can get it. Just a few blocks from the state capitol in Santa Fe, at a little building called Kakawa, is some of the most amazing chocolate on the planet. It's concocted by a very interesting man. He's part academic, part chef, part baker, and part scientist. We know him as the alchemist of chocolate. Come on in. Hey Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay, what's cooking in the chocolate world?
Lots of great flavors.
All right.
Yeah. I studied environmental studies and ecology, biodiversity issues, the economics of agriculture, and the politics of agriculture, and worldwide stuff. So that's kind of that background, and then the other background is that I've been baking for a long time. I've started in earnest how to bake in 1984, ended up working in some European-style bakeries, and in 1999 I studied to be an herbalist here in Santa Fe. So these things started out as seemed like kind of really disparate, and then suddenly with the chocolate everything just went like this and folded in together.
So let's follow Mark into the kitchen and see what he's going to whip up for us.
This one's actually the very first one I ever started making, and it was due to the anthropological information that I read that the most beloved spice that the Mesoamericans used universally was chili. So this is real simple. You've got, chilies, chocolate, and this is agave nectar. The water's hot. So since I'm starting out with just the chocolate itself, I don't even have to cut it up or anything because the water is so hot it'll just melt. Really? Yeah, it'll melt in the water. It's a ratio. It's a ratio thing. A certain amount of water to a certain amount of chocolate. I let the chocolate sit actually for about 15 minutes. When I read the history of the chocolate, I got fascinated by what were the Mesoamericans drinking.
Right.
Because they didn't have dairy, they didn't have sugar. Right. They had all these great spices with all these great flavors, and they had chilies. Having grown up here in the Southwest for part of my life, I got turned on to chilies when I was like 7 years old up in Taos. So I was fascinated by all these combinations, and I set out to learn how to make it myself. Right. The original varieties of cacao tree that the Mesoamericans were growing is now considered the finest flavor cacao bean in the world, and it's very, very rare.
Were these trees cultivated?
They were semi-domesticated as well as being domesticated. They originally started out as being wild trees. The fruit was being eaten, and it turns out, with the new anthropological information, is that they were making a fermented alcoholic drink with the fruit from the pod, the cacao pod, which had the seeds in it. And then, instead of wasting the seeds, they decided to do something with them, and that's how they found out how to make chocolate. So you can see the chocolate. So it still looks like it's in its bar form, but actually it's completely melted. That because I'm literally using some of the best chocolate in the world, made from the best cacao beans. The flavors of the chocolate, really, really high-end chocolate, will have this lingering taste that you can taste a half an hour after you've eaten it. So the chocolate is what's really carrying all of the other flavors for a really long time. It's important to use really high-quality chocolate because I'm recreating the original drinks. The original drinks were made with the best cacao seeds from the best cacao trees in the world. So this is where I start doing the adjustments. Okay. So I taste it. It needs more chili. I do have recipes, but it's all very intuitive as well. Here we go with this plain, simple one. Anybody can make it.
Fantastic. Okay. To learn more about Mark and his amazing world of ancient chocolate recipes, look for the new issue of Outsides Go, available on newsstands now.